you were kind of Rick Rubin's bullpen drummer, and when he did the Sabbath record, you didn't get the call. He gave Brad Wilk the call.
I know, fuck!
But the consolation prize,
door number 3,
is playing on Ozzy's last record, Ordinary Man, with the amazing rhythm section of Chad Smith and Duff McKagan on bass.
Yeah, not bad.
We've never even talked about this via other than some text. How the fuck did that happen? And how did you record it? And kind of tell us that story, because that's amazing. It's a great record, too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, Andrew Watt is a producer and a songwriter and an amazing musician. And he, a friend of mine, young guy, I think he's 31 now, but he got into the pop world. He's like a rock guy who started out that way. I think he was in Justin Bieber's band or somebody, and wrote songs with Bieber and kind of got into the pop world and started writing songs and playing and producing these guys, and had huge hits for guys like that. And
he was also in a band with Glenn Hughes and Bonham, the California Breed.
He was. That's where we met, at the Whiskey A Go-Go.
There you go.
Perfect. And I knew Jason and Glenn.
Where Lizzie Borden played.
And where you played. I saw you there.
That's right. Hey. You did see us there. There you go. It all ties into the whiskey.
There you go. All about the whiskey. So he's a rock guy. But he just kind of fell into this pop world, and so that's a small world. And he started producing these other artists. And so fast forward, he was working with Post Malone on Post's record. And they were at the Rainbow or something. And Andrew's like, Posty, you're like the modern day Ozzy. You're just like, beer drinking, this, that, you're lovable. And he's like, I fucking love Ozzy Osbourne. Post is also a rocker. Mm. Andrew's like, boom, let's get Ozzy on one of your songs. And I'll write a song and I'll get Chad to play on it and da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what happened. It's on Post's record, Hollywood Bleeding or something like that it's called. And Ozzy comes down and Andrew has a studio in Beverly Hills in his basement. Ozzy comes and he didn't even know who Post Malone was. The fucking postman. What? But Kelly knew, obviously, and Andrew was friends with her. But he had fallen. This is like 3 years now. He had fallen and hurt his neck really bad, and had surgery, and was not bouncing back like the Ozzy, the bulletproof Ozzy. And so he does the feature on the Post song, and then he leaves and had a great time, and he's telling fucking stories. He's just Ozzy. He's peeing in the bushes. It's like fucking does not disappoint. We're all just like, Uncle Ozzy. I mean, it was amazing. I had met him, but a long time ago. So he leaves, and Kelly's like really emotional, and she's like, oh, I haven't seen my dad that happy in 6 months. He's been moping around the house, this and that and the other thing. And we're like, of course, because he's around the dudes, and he's singing and doing music and telling and farting and telling fucking. He's like, this is what he loves that. We all do. She's like, oh my God, it'd be so amazing. He needs to make music again. Light bulb. Watt's like, let's do an Ozzy album. I'm like, great. He was in, and we had Duff, who's our friend, and we called Duff, and you want to come down and we'll just make some songs. And literally, Chris, because he has the studio where the gear is like all set up, all the mics ready to go at any time. Duff came over for 4 days, 4 afternoons. They're like from 1 to 6. And it was literally, who's got a rip?
Wow.
And Watt would have one, Duff would have one, and I would sit there and I would listen, and we'd make arrangement, stuff, and go record it right away. And we did 9 songs in those 4 days, 9 basic tracks, written and recorded. Boom. And it'll be like, well, we love it when, in fucking War Pigs where there's a stop and then it's just Ozzy. Let's do we just wanted to do all of our favorite Sabbath Ozzy moments. And we would reference that shit. And so there's Straight to Hell, and then Under the Graveyard got this, and da 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 da. And Ozzy likes to sing about aliens, and he loves the Beatles, blah, blah, blah. And so we just kind of did that. It happened really quick. I mean, again, like as a kid, Ozzy Osbourne has one of the most unique voices, instruments in rock and roll. Like,
Right.
He opens his mouth, you know it's Ozzy Osbourne. It doesn't matter if he's singing the fucking phone book.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And he still has that. And it's amazing. And so we just wanted to honor that. And shit, we thought this is probably the last album Ozzy, is ever going to make. Who knows?
Yeah.
So that comes out, does great. Couldn't tour, and pandemic and all that shit. So we made another one.
So there's another one that you did.
And it's getting mastered tomorrow.
Wow. That's another scoop.
That's another scoop where, oh shit, I'm in trouble.